Hey guys, fun just to sit here and see how long I can go without actually saying anything. Um, G'day. Welcome to the spare room. Not much happened this weekend. Not much at all, actually. It's a whole lot of not very much. I've actually made a bit of a start on gold leafing this, and that's getting orange stripe around it and snow on top. So that's going to be fun. And it should look good, I think. I've sort of bit the bullet and I had some gold leaf there and I thought, well, we might as well do it like that. But I'm going to leave it for a bit. There's a couple of letters need patching up. And it just didn't... I may have breathed out when I was putting the leaf on and it didn't cover the whole letter. So I'm going to fix that. And I'll do that tonight and we'll start thinking about putting a line around it and leave it for a couple of days and put some snow on top. Then do the rest. So that's what I've done this afternoon. Hey Mark. Hey Tommy. Hey John. I haven't given this a run for a while, so 10 minutes ago maybe I put some water in it. And lit it. Hey Alistair. And I thought, well, I might give that a run tonight. Don't know if there's much else happening really. I've been messing around with a couple of boilers. If you go and see Chirpy's channel, you'll see more of them in the next few months, or in a month, or in a week, or whenever they get there. They're getting to the point that they're nearly finished. I was also messing around with these Jolly Core boxes, which are doing my head in. I think I've got them right, and I've got a bucket of sand that's finally dry enough to make cores with, so I'm going to have another go at that this week. Hey Stephen. Machine NZ. Roger. So this boiler might have got a little bit full. It's got a fire under it. I don't know if you can see that starting to smoulder there. It's pretty warm. The problem with this caniper being copper is that it transmits heat. So once it's had a run, you can't move it or lift it up or put it down or anything. Copper wasn't the best choice for that. So if you're building one, about half the series is on YouTube now, and the rest is on Patreon if you want a quick look, or if you want to get it a little bit quicker than everyone else, go and have a look. But if you're building one, don't build the canopy out of copper. It's nice to work and it did a nice job and it looks great, but it's pretty conductive. It's priming a bit there, starting to drip. You can turn the light on. Morning, David. So, what else has happened? No mail. This weekend's been a bit of a write-off. I must have done something productive on Sunday. Yeah, honestly can't remember what it was. And yeah, Monday I went and did some tool shopping. That's what I did. Been looking carefully on... Hey, Warren. Hey, Ian. We've all been watching Mr. Pete's last lot of eBay items, I'm sure. Hey, Duncan. Hi, Curly. Wow, that's a bit full. Boiler's a little bit full there, perhaps. But runs pretty quick. Don't know if you noticed that. We've all been watching Mr. Pete's items though, and they've all gone way out of my price range. There must be some rich Americans, that's all I can say. I was looking at an engine casting kit. Wonder who got them. They finished today and they went for a lot more than I sort of expected they probably would. Gosh, that's noisy. There's a couple of little problems with this too. The issue that probably you need to do or redress or fix or have another go at, if you're building one of these, it's probably a good idea to think about this, is that I made the engine frame in brass. And that's the last video that's just gone up, is this brass engine frame, which is this part on here. And being brass, it expands quite a lot. So if you don't make the holes quite oversized, the thing seizes up when it's running. So steel would fix that problem, but that's a bit of an issue. So it's got a knock when it's cold. And it's still got a bit of a knock when it's hot too, but if it's any tighter it seems to seize. So I'm not real fussed about that. And probably if I made it again, or if I went through and fixed some of the little problems, one of them would be to make this out of steel, the frame, so that the bearings don't expand and get tighter when the engine gets hot. Are you looking at my oil, Ian? I've got two of these. 58, Eagle 58s. This one has a problem at the moment. I'm not sure what it was. It seems to have an air leak or an airlock in it for some reason. I'm going to have a bit of a look at that. This one works nice. I think we're nearly out of water. But they're both 58. They're just a little bit different. They're the tiny ones, so they're a 58. It's an Eaglet, it's called, pump oiler. Guaranteed 5 years. That was about 100 years ago. So this runs pretty good. It's got some little issues that probably second time round you would fix. But if you're going to build one, hit me up with an email and I'll give you a list of things that I would fix on it. Hey, Peter. Hey, Tinker. Yeah, they're almost as good as a Riga. They're not bad oil, though. If Riga made one like this, it'd be a good thing. There's two really good reasons to have one of these, as opposed to a Riga. One is that when you open it, you can actually fill it up without spilling oil everywhere because it's got a big hole in the top. Another one is it's got a big base, so you don't knock it over particularly easy. So they're pretty good can. They're a bit protected in here, whereas a Riga, most of them you see that are second hand have been resoldered where the spout's fallen off. Riga for the American and English guys as the Australian made oil can company. Shout out to the YouTube Machinists Facebook group. This is their mug. It's pretty awesome. Hey, on CNC. I know it's early for you guys. I know there's some people watching that probably haven't been to bed all night because I've been getting emails from them all night and I don't know who they are. But for those who did, I hope you had a good sleep. So that's kind of all I've done this weekend. Is the last 2 hours is the most productive of the week, and I really needed some time, just downtime for me. So I haven't really been in the workshop. I did do a little bit of cleaning. I did some messing with the boiler for a day, but that was a bit of a waste of time. Went to Brisbane and ordered some tools, bought some tools. New gravers. And this one's a Scorp or a flat top one. Needs a little bit of work yet. Needs the top cutting out of him and fitting to a handle. This one is Losange. It's not quite square. It's diamond shaped. This is way too long still. I need to fit him to a handle and sort him out. Chop this bit off the other one, and I'll probably make another graver out of it. But that wants to be that's sort of the length of it there. So they still need a bit of a sharpen up and a bit of a tidy up. I've had a bit of a mess with them. I've been doing some cuts. I've got the vise there and it still needs a little bit of fine tuning. I've been asked by a couple of people to do a sort of an engraving video. It's going to be a one-off thing. But hand-cut engraving is pretty good fun, and getting gravers working and right and having the courage to chop that much off the end of your graver before you even start is a good thing. But they weren't expensive and I was really impressed about that. Ordered some tweezers and new eyepiece for my glasses, which I needed for work. A few things like that. That's what I did on Monday. Hey Murray. Hey Cam. Been following Cam's colossal slotting attachment build on his channel, Cam at Battler. Worth going and having a look at. Looks like it's getting close to being finished. Everything works. Hey Max, good to see you. You want a really good channel to watch, go and watch Max Grant, Swan Valley Machine Shop. There you go. Really enjoying his videos. He's promised a competition entry too, so we'll see how we go with that. Looking forward to that one. Hey Murray. Call Murray out. He's promised some posters. Not sure what happened with them. It's me that does that, is it? I'm not sure it is. You seem to do all right on your own with that. But I hope the hand's better. But it's a fun project, and I like people who get off their backsides and make things. I think that's awesome. I really do. See, a lot of people on Facebook and a lot of people on YouTube, even a lot of viewers, and that's cool. I mean, everyone's got their own agenda, but they don't seem to actually do much. And I've had a bit of a shake up on my Facebook, actually. If you're no longer a Facebook friend of mine, it's probably because you don't post anything that's cool on your wall. You only post political stuff. If that's the case, not particularly interested. Very exciting. You should hit up JB from Osmurray about those prints. He's got some pretty cool printing gear. And he needs the impetus to get off his backside and fix it. I didn't say that, but it's true. What else? Summer Bash is coming up. It's not all that far away. I've got tickets. I've got plane tickets. I haven't got much else, but I will get it together. It's a pretty yeah, it's a pretty big thing to be able to do it, actually. So I'm gonna get there and we're gonna have some fun. Looking forward to that. What else is something else I was going to say? No actual official entries for the competition yet. I do believe that there is a third prize category, probably. I think that's how we're going to do it. I'm not sure yet. Stephen and I have talked about it, but I'm waiting to get some confirmation of shipping and stuff. I believe that there's something being shipped directly to Stan in America, and there could be a third prize category with a pretty nice prize. So we'll see what we do with that. But all that's irrelevant until we start judging anyway. Yeah, come on, Ant. But thanks for that. I don't know if there's much else really to see or do. I've almost cancelled tonight because I'm thinking I really haven't done anything, but I've messed around and I've done an hour here and an hour there on projects that were only probably went in the bin nearly, so there's not much to see. These boilers, Chirpy's not in tonight, he must have gone to bed. These are just about finished. They are a pretty nice little boiler. This one's pressure tested and it's it's tested, and the valve's been set to 35 psi, and that's pretty good. And there's a plate down the front and a plate down the back, a wrapper down the bottom, and I've sort of got some insight now in how I'm going to make burners. So it's all systems go with them. Now, I did spend a day messing around with them. But 35 psi, that boiler's going to run a lot longer than this one. There's probably 3 times the volume in it. And it's certainly a lot more efficient with these tubes down here. That's what's called a Smithy's boiler, if you've never seen one. Named after a guy named Smithy's, anyway. He designed this boiler in the early years of model engineering, and he was the first person in model engineer to actually put a design forward, so that's why it was called that. But these are heating. This one in the middle, superheat. So the steam actually picks up here and runs around there and up the pipe. The others are just for heating the water. So been working on them. I sent you an email, Max, about the competition. I will try and clarify that again. You don't have to make a series. All you need is one video. I don't care whether it's part of a series. That's not important. But just one video, 20 minutes long, showing the tool. It doesn't matter about anything else. Take care, Ian. Hey, Chris. How is your supply of flat scones? What you need to do, Max, is win the competition. Very cool, Murray. If you've got any questions about the competition, Max, give us an email or drop us a line on Facebook. Happy to clarify if I possibly can. These boilers, I believe Chirpy might, and I'm not going to put him in the deep end here, but he might be building a boat for his. So it's a marine boiler. There's a little engine that goes with it. I haven't really showed that much. But I've got a box of Chirpy castings. So there's a little stationary engine that goes with it. So mine will probably just be a stationary boiler, but it's a marine engine. So anyway, that's about all I've got tonight. Not very exciting. Take care, everyone. I'm going to sign off. My phone seems to have got a wet charge port and it won't charge while it's on, so there's some problems with that till it dries out. I'm going to call it a night. The twin Lohos are over that way in a box, and I'm waiting for a couple of little things with the milling machine before I get onto them again. It will happen. So anyway, good to chat with you all. Take care. Be kind to one another, especially to me, and enter the competition, and more soon, guys and girls.